Hello, everyone, and welcome. Hope that you're all doing amazing, good, feeling blessed, feeling happy, joyful, stable, and in your own mind and body. Um, my name is Letice. I do readings on here, so that you can book readings with me down below, dream decipherings down below, as well as check out my podcast down below. I also do accept love donations via Cash App. And with that being said, planted, rooted, and watered, let's get into this. I was hearing a song in my head, and the song that I want to share with you guys is not the initial song I was hearing, um, but the reason why I'm going to bring it up is because it lines in with the reading. I was thinking of a song by an artist that I just don't really listen to anymore, don't really fuck with, but it's like, I get the message of what you're trying to give me, but I don't care for the messenger. So, Spirit, give another way to give this message. Um, So, I already lit your candles, just getting prepared and ready. So I was like, give me another way to get the message, okay? Because I don't care to have this person in my head or in my mind. So with that, I was like, okay, was that a fucking crow or raven? Oh my god, okay, like a message. And so they gave me a different song, which is Champagne Clouds by Ma- Malia Savitz. I'm probably mispronouncing that, but it's pretty much about just having the experience of being like, I'm in this blessed energy. I'm in this moment of really just living my life and exalting that. And I don't want to be brought down in any kind of way with any news, with any pettiness, with any the mindset, because I'm here to enjoy myself. I'm here to enjoy life, what's going on. And that's kind of the message from the other song. So the fact that they gave me this and it lines with your reading, as your reading is about transmutation, transmuting, right? Changing something to something else, right? If you watch Hunter x Hunter, transmuting is to transform, transmute. So I feel like that's kind of what you guys have been doing, and it is working in your favor. Where you're just like, this is not what I want. This is not how I want to operate. This is not what I want to think. This doesn't resonate with me. This doesn't align with me. This doesn't like this is more than just a little bit of uncomfortableness, a little bit of newness, a little bit of difference. This is like something that feels like it's like grinding teeth. It's heavy on your jaw, heavy in your mouth, heavy on your body. And it's just not working. There's got to be a different way for me to release this tension, this pull, right? And it's just like, okay, give me something different. Still within the music realm, we're just changing it into a different tone, a different frequency. Altogether, it's a completely different genre and everything and how it is. So it's transmuting that. You're realizing it can come from that source. So I just felt called to pull some cards for you guys as well. They're already laid out in this manner of you guys essentially working through an ending, but while you're working through this ending, keeping the balance within yourself, within your mind, within your body, within your environment, and shifting and changing that. So the fact that I got the song, see if I can play a little bit. Because I can only play about 28 seconds of it. Let's see. You know, okay, it could have right where I need to cut, okay. um, but it's that energy of like, if that's where you need me, you're gonna have to elevate to where I am. If you need me in a sense of, I'm not gonna bring myself down, right, and not even like bring myself back down. Just I'm not gonna bring myself to a place where I have to leave a sense of elevation, of joy, of peace, of balance, of stability, of knowing myself, of having confidence, of having strength, resilience, my creative ideas, my knowledge, my whatever it is. It's like I'm not going to abandon me to allow you to understand your own sense of self, right? And it's like I'm not trying to conquer myself. I'm trying to understand and be within myself. And so there was an ending of an experience where it allowed you to see from a higher perspective, from a different perspective, from a bird's eye view, who want to cliche it, and really move in this manner of realizing what you have done, what you can create, what you can do with this higher elevation, right? And you're like driving up a mountain or taking a plane or just going even to a different place that has a higher mountain elevation. It changes how your body reacts. It works different with the air, it works different with your body and how you got to balance yourself. That's why people's ears pop, and ears are related to balance. A lot of balance. I also got the balance card, so it makes sense. But it's this sense of realizing I'm on a different I don't know, stage in life, hilariously, plane, mountain. I'm on a different level right now. And so I have to see things from a different level now. I have to see things from a different mindset, a different way of thinking. My perspective, my perception has been expanded. It has grown to a point for me to not just approach things in a way that I used to. I'm not even in the same terrain anymore. So it's like knowing that 2 plus 2 is not the only way to get 4. You're like, shit, there's 3 plus 1. Okay, there's 10 minus 7. Sorry, 10 minus 6. It's like there's different ways. It's like, damn, okay, so there's more than one way to get to that number. There's more than one way to get to where I need to be. And you're realizing that now. So it's like, dang, I thought that was the only way. I thought that, shit, I knew there had to be more, because I'm different, because I'm blessed, because I'm all these things. Little gnat coming around all of a sudden. Hello. But it's allowing this understanding and this realization, like, if you need me, I don't got time for melodrama. I don't got time for the extras. I don't have time. Mm-mm-mm. I'm okay with taking life's hiccups and setbacks and things, but when it comes to just extra burdens, extra weight, extra tension, extra this, I don't want it and I don't need it. And you're looking at yourself in a different way and a different way of seeing your self worth. Because sometimes people are like, I got a higher sense of self worth, and that is really great. But sometimes you just need a different sense of self worth. Because sometimes you just realize, like, that's why I say no to that. That's why I did that. And then realize that it was there. And now you're also claiming your power, claiming your energy, claiming your control over what you have and what you can do. And it's leading you to a different way of feeling and being, right? So, kind of your overall cards and energies, because how it works is there's like a pile over here that's branching off, and then there's a pile over here that's branching off, and then there's a pile in the middle. And itself, when I break down what they mean. So, on this pile, we'll start. It has, you have reached your ascension and completed your level. Time to level up for your purpose. 999, right? 999 is about you. Okay, we're here. Here. Some people don't really necessarily count the number 10 when it comes to angels numbers, because then that turns into more of coding energy and it's a little bit different. So 9 is also, in just the deck itself, is completion. It's the ending. It's like, okay, here. That's why I said it's the ending of something. It's the resolve of something. It's like, okay, I got what I need. I got what I need. And then on this side, before we branch out, is 333. Time to stay within balance for your mind, body, and soul. Don't neglect one for the other. So on this pile, showing you with this ending, what it has made you see and view things differently, why you feel like you have completed a level, why you feel like you have ascended to a new height, a new way of thinking and feeling about self and how you operate and how you do things. And then on this side, this is how to keep yourself in balance, what needs to be balanced and why, okay? The middle is why these things came about in the first place. So it's almost like it's going up and then a shower comes out. If that makes sense. It's going up, straight line, and then it showers out. So it's like this was almost like something that allowed you to see. And it's like different realizations, different knots that you were unwinding. I'm just seeing somebody unwinding a rope. If you know anything about knot spells, it's either you knot it to keep it and you unwind it to release it because it's no longer tangled up, and it also allows for the extension of the rope, right? So if you're not enough, the rope is shortening it. So it's letting you know the things about you were shortening your view, your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, and how you realize things and how you do things and what it is. This is me aside from somebody. Thank you, Spirit, for dropping this in. I'm gonna have to tell because sometimes your ancestors are still your ancestors. They were once humans. That's why they're ancestors. Okay, because they understand your human energy, plight, emotions, feelings, like why you may or may not do certain things. They understand it because they also have the human experience. That's why it's good to call them because it's like, okay, shit, but we also spiritual now. But some ancestors still, again, the energy of their spirit, their remembrance, they also are able to recall. So I had to tell my ancestors like, hey, there's more than one way to like get funds, right? Because I come from a family of like knowledge scholars. Everybody almost got a degree and whatnot in this. And just like I had to tell them like, there's more one way to do that, right? Like to get money to get funds, you don't just got to go to college and get one degree and stick in that and do that. Like we got to explain and explore because sometimes also with them having degrees, they feel like they're so well versed in everything because of that degree. And it's like you're not well versed in everything. So it makes it a little hard to actually listen and take in information. So it's like bouncing out. So just having that the conversation. And I remember, and this was a while back, that I let them know this. And I remember having a dream that night, me being who I am. And the way that I'm able to see dreams is I can see past people's lives and dreams and go in there and just see it. And I was able to see my great grandma, my great great grandma. She wanted to be a performer, and she was like, I just really just want to dance. I just want to perform. That's all I want to do. But she wound up not leaving because of her family. She's like, but I gotta help them provide for the family. I gotta set this up. I gotta do this, so I can't do it. And so it was in this sense of me just being able to see that. And then that's especially with my maternal side. I don't even my maternal side. I don't see shit about my fraternal side. That's a different story for a different day. But my great grandma loved dance. My grandma loved to throw house parties. My mom was a dance teacher. I loved to dance to venerate. So it's like, even in that sense, it allowed for so much of her vision to come to life, right, in different ways. And so it's like, the reason why I'm bringing this up is like, even ancestrally, sometimes you gotta tell them like there's different ways to do this. And so when I told them that, they gave me a dream like, you're right, because this is what I wanted to do. And she was able to be a dance teacher. Mom got paid for that. Even though she was a praise dance teacher at the church, she still got paid. My grandma was able to experience that. She didn't really care for dancing, but she loved it because her mom loved it. So it's certain things where, and then my grandma and my mom also threw house parties where they were like rent parties with jams, and she would have dance contests. So it's just certain things that were able to be done, and it's like you're right, because when I allowed this, yes, it did for allow for a different way my family be able to be, but also that liberation. So after that, they just like invest in it. That's when I started my YouTube. So I was like, let me really get into the YouTube. Let me really get into the podcast. And not even for money, but it's like, let me show myself that I enjoy my dream no matter what comes from it. This is my purpose. I love giving a message. That's why I carry my tarot decks on me any moment in time. I'm just like, yeah, let me go ahead and do a reading for you or for me, no matter. But it's this energy of like, there's different ways to do things, to prosper, to have this. And so I feel like the reason I'm bringing this up is because is a sense of recognizing. Sorry, it's low, and I'm not gonna deal with it. There you go. Is the sense of recognizing sometimes you gotta talk to your people, your spirit team, your ancestors. Like there has to be a different way, and I feel like that's what it's asking you to do. Is like, how is there gonna be a different way to do things, and feel things and experience things? Now that I'm at this new level, now that I'm in this new mode, now that I'm in this new mindset, but I'm in this body still. And that's the one thing that, yes, it can change physically, but it's still the body that you grew up with. It's changing. and shifting, but it's still your body. You get what I'm got? It's saying you get it. You got it. It's good. Okay. Um. So with that, thank you, Spirit. You're realizing there's different ways to heal. There's different ways to grieve. There's different ways to be and to acknowledge self and the understanding of self. So we go on to the sprout of it all. We're going to read it this way. Okay? I wish y'all can see. The first knot is what I'll call it. And then we'll bring into what's going to really release it is they don't love or care about you. That was the first. Like not realizing something that made you see things from a different perspective, to realize maybe my emotions were not in balance, right? And so I seen that somebody didn't really love or care about me. They didn't really enjoy my presence or energy. They didn't really want to grow with me. They didn't care about me. My mindset. It reminds me of the C-drama I'm watching. I was watching. It took a long while, but I'll go to the one that I actually like called Blossoms of Power. I watched it, and this man was obsessed with proving that his wife had reincarnated in another body, essentially like her spirit came into another body. And it did. He wasn't wrong. But he came so obsessed to the point of acting like I loved her. Like, this is my second chance to be with her. And she's like, but I'm not her. Like, this is who I am now. Like, no, I'm not her. She kept denying him up to his death. Like, yeah, it was her the whole time, but I didn't want to be with you still. I didn't even fuck with you then. Which is hilarious. She told him that multiple times. But he kept trying to prove it to the point where he did this entire thing, so like get his brother killed, set up a coup d'etat, like all these things. Like he was locking her up, he kept tricking her. It was just he kept doing things out of love. And it was realized like you don't actually love or care about me. You just want control over me. You just want what you used to have. And even in the past when she wasn't her own body, right, which is literally mind, body, soul, 333. When she wasn't her own body, she literally said, "I don't like you." Right before she killed herself. Again, C-drama. Because her family was dying. It was just a whole lot. It's so good. But she realized like I had to marry you. I didn't have a choice. I didn't like you. I didn't care for you in any type of way. This time she did have a choice when she came to this body of who she wanted to marry. She already knew about you, all this stuff, and she realized that she really didn't like you, even in this way. But it's this energy of realizing. The reason why I'm bringing this up, thank you, Spirit, is because your spirit, no matter the body, like I said, the body, my body, so you're realizing no matter what it is, they couldn't recognize it. They were in this energy of just wanting something, needing something to be around. This feeling, this old, no, this is who you are. This is who you are. He can't be just like, oh, that's not who I am. And you realize that somebody didn't realize who you were. They didn't understand who you were. And so over here on the 333, what helped you release the knot is they said, I miss you. Sorry. Thank you. I miss you, but you don't miss me. Don't long for the past. You can't change or live there. And that's about a blessing power. It's like you change your spirit state the same when you moved bodies. You moved how you operate in your body, how it looks, how you dress it up. And the person was still trying to find an old piece of you within this new body, within this new realm of thinking. So it's like, I miss you, but you don't miss me. It's like you never really realized me. You never even seen me. You saw a shell of me. You saw an outside of me, but you still not even seeing that has changed, that has shifted because you're so in the past and you're projecting so much of that. And that allows you to see the 999 of ascension. I go with the flow while staying rooted within. Again, that spirit. That's why I brought up my ancestors. It's that spirit that stays within you that can transpire, transcend. Found it. Transcend time and energy. So when you have this ascension and you got into your balance, you realize they don't miss me. So why would I miss them? They just miss what they thought that they had, or even what they had experienced. But they didn't actually know me. They didn't. So it's like I'm going with the flow of this energy, realizing that you don't care about me. You never cared about me. You just cared about the projection and energy of whatever it was. Or you just only care about the past. But I need something different now. That's why it said, if you need me, I'm up here. So either you ascend with me, or we keep it pushing. We keep it pushing. So you realize that in a lot of ways. So that was your not, is realizing, let me release the fact that they really don't care enough about me. They're infatuated with me. So you went with that flow and you realized, your next knot was like a double knot. You ever tie a knot, especially if you tie a knot and you try to tie a knot right close to it, so that way it can keep inside of the clothes. You have a few double knots, but that's okay. Your first knot was be asexual being and push the bounds of the layman's term. Also, don't take anything personal. Let it go and breathe. You your creativity felt like it was something that you couldn't really express or explore. Your thoughts you felt like you couldn't really express or explore in a way to the extent that you wanted to with this be sexual being pushed about. So that confidence that you wanted to exude in a certain way, your thoughts, or maybe you did do this, it's just it shifted in a way. And it's like, but if I do this, I have to do this. If I set this up, then I have to do this and this, you know? And anytime I think of this card, I think of that moment. People like, there's a time and a place, and I was thinking that. I know, like when people say that we're protesters, I'm like, there's never going to be a perfect time to protest, because what are they protesting against? That wasn't a perfect time and place for death, for hurt, for pain, for whatever it was. So it's like, I'm going to go against this because this is will always be the perfect time. The truth is always going to have a perfect time to be shown. We're not saving this for rainy days, not funds that we need to save in case something goes bad. No, the truth is always going to be there. So you realize when you started pushing that bounds of being expressive, of being open, of being vulnerable, of being sure of yourself, some people would do things, and that's why it says don't take anything personal. Some people would do things that, I'm gonna go real cliche, a lot of cliches. Your light, your energy, that fire, that flame was illuminating the shadows, right? It was illuminating. So they would do things and say things like, why are you doing that? Why are you saying that? Why are you acting like that? Just because I'm doing this, just because I'm moving like this, just because I'm acting like this in myself. And so it almost made you lock up what it means to be a sexual being, what it means to tap into that sacral chakra energy, what it means to be out there. I'm thinking of the song WAP when that came out. Everybody's like, this is what the fuck? Oh my God, they're out here. And it's just like, man, we can go back to like 1950s. I got a song about a woman who's talking about she needs her big daddy's trombone, and he's been gone for some time, and he needs to. That's literally what the song is about, laying pipe. And she's literally referencing. So I'm just like, if we really want Matt, they was doing this for a while in the Knickerbockers, okay? So it's almost like they wanted to restrict them being vulnerable and expressive, and them owning their own power over their body and what it is and what it means. But it's like, we're not going to take the person because of their need to control, the need to whatever it is. And so you release that knot of being like, no, I can do this. Even in the song, in the Champagne Cloud, she's like, just because I got, what she say? Let's look at the goddamn lyrics. We ain't gonna play this song, but I'm gonna look at the lyrics because showing off don't mean I want you. Thank you. So it's even pushing what again you're wearing, but you're adorning your body with how you walk into a room, speaking about boldly and confidently. And so it's like, don't take anything personal, because people that are trying to make you take things personal want you to look at yourself in a different way, be yourself in a different way, shift in a different way that works for them. And so Spirit like, just let that shit go and breathe, breathe. And it's funny that they said, let it go and breathe. And sexual, thank you, Spirit. Because on this side with the 999 of Ascension, it says tap into that air, right? Let it go and breathe. Higher perspective, seeing things from a different elevation, the clouds. Tap into the air. Air is also about logic, communication, being open minded, expansiveness, a fresh start, a different perspective, breath control. So you could have been meditating, breathing. You could also have been smoking, because that's also breath control if you're doing it right. Heart chakra energy, right? That's the element for the heart chakra. Who's, because it's right next to the lungs, the breath, the air. We have green, right? The color green, any type of green can work. Also, I think, what is it? What's the other color for it? Pink? Thank you. pink and green, and then you have just love, just feeling love, being more open and expressive. Like, I love this, I enjoy this, being able to say, I love doing this, I love to create this, being more free to say it. And on this side, sorry, on this side, you have take care of your body, time to move. So exercise, stretch, dance, meditate, take a nap. Those are also taking care of your body. Going to the doctor, drinking, more herbal things, giving yourself time to wake up early in the morning without feeling rushed. When you're cleaning, taking things a little bit slower. So let's also help you to keep your body in the present, keep your body here. And so that is, again, what did it say? 333. Don't neglect one. For the other, it's your body and your mind so far. It's going in order. First, it was your emotions, your spirit. I miss you, but you don't miss me. It's like, I can't live in the past. My spirit can't be there. Now it's your body. For this, don't take anything personal now that you're coming into yourself. Oh, you want to wear that? Oh, you want to eat that? Oh, that's where you're going? It's like I don't know my own body, how I feel. It's like a doctor telling you, you don't feel pain there. Yes, I do. It's my body. So you're recognizing to push that, because being in that cycle energy is also being a force to be reckoned with. Okay, it's a force to be reckoned with. Now your next double knots are time to recharge and clean house, feng shui. Quit your jobs. No more earthly restrictions. Right. So discharge and clean house. It's clean out the colors. It's cleaning it out. It's clean out what you don't need, what you don't use, what you don't want. Truly getting it out. And if you're like, okay, I got rid of all that, I've been did that, but I'm still feeling, feng shui is also changing small things. It can even be changing the way your desk is set up, changing the way that your bathroom vanity is set up, just changing those small things. It ain't got to be moving furniture, but it's changing the way that you wake up and see your life every day. Right? I know it goes a whole lot deeper. We get a lot deeper into it. We're going to keep it on the layman's terms for right now. And just let it come. Ashe. So it's time to recharge and clean your house. It can just be lighting incense because you haven't lit incense in a while. It can be cooking your favorite food so that your house smells like your favorite food. That's also taking the time to recharge and clean house. It doesn't have to be actually physically. You're like, oh, if I clean my walls one more time, it can be actually cleaning the house's energy. That's what feng shui is, cleaning the house's energy. That's why it's about sometimes rearranging things or getting rid of things. It's because like the energy has been in this place for so long that's my mindset. It's like when people when they break up, they get rid of the things. Like when I think about when I look at this, I'm gonna think about this person. I'm gonna think about the moment and it's like it's too much right now. And so this is to help you to let me remove that. Ashe. Because on this side with the Ascension, we have patience and understanding go hand in hand. Time to forgive and move forward. So maybe there are some things that you are keeping on to, or some things that you're holding on to, whether that be physical or emotional, or just the way that you do things. It's just like it's time to release, because you have to have patience and understanding. And when you understand that something is not here anymore, something's worked out in this way, you have to have patience with yourself. Patience enough to understand. You ever had somebody try to rush learn and skim and read a book, and it's like you didn't even take the time to read it. It's like, yeah, but stay till it's like you didn't have patience. I wanted it to quickly grow. I wanted it to quickly move. I wanted it to be like this. It's like you didn't have patience to actually understand. What did we say in the beginning? They didn't understand you enough. And so now that you understand them in whatever capacity it is, you have to have the patience enough to let go and move forward. To recharge your home. To move things around. With the quit your job, no more earthly restrictions. So not necessarily quit your job. You don't have to like outright put about 2 weeks. But it's like I always tell people, do work as much as you're paid. It's like they got me doing this and this and this and this and this. I was like, then do the minimum of what they're paying you, because it's quite bare. They're paying you less than bare minimum at this point. So that can also be putting your job is where it's like, I'm just gonna pull back on all this energy, this extra work. I don't want no extra recognition. I don't need all that. I'm ready to just do your job and leave. But it's for some of you can actually be quitting your job. And it's like, you know what? Time to really snip with a snip. Okay? Or I'm here to negotiate with your job as well. On this side for the balance, it says, I will feel my emotions and gather a deep understanding of them. Mind, body, soul. Then why you feel this way to need to recharge. Because if we're saying recharge, release and let go, move your body, it's something, again, you're at an end of something while still trying to be balanced. It's like going on a trip and being like, okay, this is where I gotta go, this is where I go. It's like, you can't go backwards. You gotta keep going forward. You're on a road trip. This is your destination. You're just gonna have to adjust. Maneuver, remove. I'm seeing somebody on the boat and they got a lot of stuff and it's like, why is the boat not moving? It's like the boat can't carry this weight. The boat cannot carry this weight. Go ahead and do something about it. Do something about it. So these knots and feeling like something is cramped in your home, cramped in your life, it has to be removed. Feeling like you can't do anything, feel like everything's playing around a schedule or you're worn out and tired because of the job. It's like, that's the knot. And so the order to understand is like, why do I feel that way? I was sent into understanding that, like, so you're removing a whole lot and a whole lot is being removed. Yeah, and while you're in the midst of that, it says, mind your business, don't gossip or share secrets, give advice only when asked or warranted. So don't get yourself involved in things that you don't need to get involved in. Mind your business right now, because right now you're at an end. You're going to a different place, going to a different mode. You're going to a different energy because you're creating that energy. So if you're creating that energy, it's still going to take time. Think of it like pregnancy. It's like, damn, this is warming me up. It's tired. It's like people like, you work from home, why are you tired? It's like, I'm still working. And so you have to remember, I'm still working. I'm still doing. I'm still closing out pieces and chapters and mindsets and thoughts. I'm still going. So whether it's needing to have a conversation like, hey, there's a different way to do this. Show me a different way. Show me a different perspective. And balancing your body in between your mind, your energy, and allowing yourself to see that, like, yeah, I can do this. I can say it's allowing yourself that balance within your mind, body, and soul. What do I need to release and unknot and unwind? Even when you get a massage, you're like, wow, this knot is huge. It's holding into that tension, that pressure. You don't want that. So spirit is like, change house, change the way things are done, change how you do things, change how you give your energy. Change how you allow your energy to even be around people or received. And if they see you differently, either they come up here, because maybe I'm not coming down there. Okay? Anything else, Spirit? Yes. Why am I saying Coca-Cola? I'm about to give me a cold Coke. Seeing bun cake, pound cake. Not bun cake, pound cake. I'm seeing not graham cracker cookies, thank you. The human cookie, gingerbreads, thank you. I'm seeing somebody like mixing like their own little elixirs or spell bottles and oils, and not even just to sell, just to have for themselves. I'm here and I'm gonna do this myself. I don't need a budget. I'm gonna just do it myself. I got the creativity, I got the means, and I got the resources. You're not looking at things as something that It's like that moment where in magic school was where they like shrink down and everything looks so big and then get back up like, damn, that was it. That was it's not even that big. And it's like in that moment you realize these things are not that big. And so if these things are not that big and I thought that they were that big, that what I'm looking up at, what I'm going towards, it's not that big. And so that's allowing you to say, what is bigger than this? What is more than this? Yeah. Don't take anything personal. Let it all go. People are going to view you differently because you are differently. Don't be surprised when you look gorgeous and amazing and beautiful and confident and radiant and people are staring at you. People are drawn to you. People are attracted to you. It's that. It's who you are. Don't be surprised if people are like, oh, let's go to your house. I like it. It's safe. It feels warm. It feels this. Don't be surprised. And don't be surprised when you say yes or no, depending on how you feel or what you want to do. With that being said, done and cultivated, my darlings, I love you. Love yourself so much more. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Until next time.